All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is season 2 of GM mode. If you missed it, check the last episode on the playlist because we have done our draft and we are kicking it off with Canada here. But Cheek, give a quick hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
Boom. So Canada, we're going to feed it right to you. Season 2 is getting underway in hot fashion. Let's see what you're cooking up.
And I smacked the square button or something, and Triple H just immediately sent me a message. So I guess we're starting with Triple H. She says, "When I hired you to manage Smackdown, I expected you to be the best star." And that wasn't the case last season. I came in second. What do you want from me?
He still believes in me. That's cool.
He still believes in me. Okay, thank God. I just want to see an improvement this year. Don't leave me thinking this was a mistaken appointment. What does that even mean? I don't know. The Glove is coming off the season, taking Smackdown to the top. A few mistakes and a little bit of bad luck. That is not what happened to me. The Glove is coming off this season, baby.
Does he think emails are like appointments?
That's what I'm wondering.
Anytime he texts somebody, he's like, "This is an appointment. HRU.
Time to execute." He'll check in later. I guess DiBiase took most of the honors last season with ECW, except he did share the most rivalry. The most rivalry Slammies went to all those. Co trophy. Anyways, maybe SmackDown and Raw should go easy on each other this year and focus on a real target. No question, they're the ones to beat. We can have a good roster and a solid plan. You can take the name if you like, but SmackDown's gonna be a premier brand. No questions asked. Of course, we're gonna go after
They know how good ECW is.
Of course, we're gonna go after DiBiase together. You know what? I'm down to team up with Theodore Long.
The Alliance.
Wow. Although he probably will smack us with just a minute player at the first pay-per-view.
Yeah, no, we're all getting blasted with that for sure.
Oh, okay, never mind. Promised Damien Priest. He got a match at Mania. So Loomis expired at the weekend? What does that mean? Okay, that just must be from
probably from last season. He was a temporary and he expired.
Triple H is waiting to see how our first
interesting though to see that though. I want to make a quick note is. If I don't remember if any of us brought anybody back where we had a leftover promise, but that makes me think that promise would carry over if we did. And we've also got new seasonal oh my god,
here we go. I'm sure Cora Jade fights this week. We get an I Know a Guy 3. I like that. So Cora Jade will have a match. Take a quick look at our challenges here. Big Play use 3 power cards during 1 week 3 times. That's interesting. Purchase all the power cards before a show 5 times. Okay, interesting. Book 5 shows where every match has a different match type. Okay. 600K in the bank, already are almost all the way there. Book 10 shows with GM interference. Book 10 shows with just interference. 3 ambulance matches.
Oh shit!
That's gonna be interesting.
That's season 2, man. We're gonna be unlocking these extra matches.
Hell yeah! Renew the contract of 5 superstars. We need to go make some signings. Spend 400K on power cards. It's gonna go well with the other ones where we just buy the power cards and book 10 shows with an advertising promo. Good to know.
Do you have any sort of queen that could do those advertising promos?
Oh, we got lots of queens.
Oh, new Birth of Legends card too. Forgot about that.
Might as well, like I said, at the beginning of every season, I like to smack this immediately so this doesn't go to anybody with a contract. So we're going to go ahead and do Birth of Legends. Cora Jade, Dexter Levas, Braun Strowman, Fallon Henley, Kevin Owens, and Alexa Bliss are going to go. I don't know if I want to use this. I should. Hold on. Select a superstar from an opposing brand's roster. They will permanently join your roster next week. So interestingly, interestingly enough, I could save this until somebody signs somebody that I like, and then they would become permanent on my roster.
Ooh, I never. Yeah, true. Yeah, if someone did like a short-term contract to someone, I would think that would, do exactly that.
It says permanently join. That's what I wanted to read on it to know if I was going to use it the first week. So reading that, I think this season, I'm just not going to use my cheat code the first week. I'm going to hold on to it a bit, just a different little strategy than what I did last season. Just to, I just got to try out new strategies with this card. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and injury rehab's really good to have. And I don't mind beginner's luck, although it's a little expensive. But we're going to go ahead and do that one thing and buy all 3 right off the bat. Let's take a little looky-loo at who's on the talent thing. If you'll see, I do not see Gunther McGirder out here, unfortunately. So might look at somebody there, but for now, let's just kind of book a show and see what's going on. Omos, 90 popularity, Giant. Maybe I start the Giant feud right off the bat. with Braun Strowman getting a little bit of a boost as well. The opener, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get our female tag titles put on somebody. That's just a nice little popularity boost that's good to have, no matter who gets it. Just a good little popularity boost. And Kevin Owens is going to be out for the week. But the bisexual Undertaker is going to call him out. Yeah. Robert Roode might need a match. Randy Orton and Dexter Lumis are both good friends. Looking like they're good friends. Both fighters, both faces. They could tag up together. I'm kind of liking Robert Roode and Angelo here to team up, because I like Scripps on his own, because I have some giants that need matchups, and of course Wolfgang, he kind of needs somebody to tag up with too, maybe get that popularity and that low ring skill, whatever you want to call that. Tyler Bate too, with his small ass mouth. I always forget where to put him. So I think I'm gonna have a fatal 4-way match, just kind of like.
What do you want to do to that mouth?
Oh, I want to beat it up.
Yeah, you do.
Face, heel, face, and I think, like I said, let's get the kind of. No, I'm gonna hide with Wolfgang's popularity there, and let's see if.
Robert Roode has a crazy tan.
I'm gonna go triple threat here. Get all these different match titles.
Got
So
a
hold
great-
on, what is the difference? There's match rules and match types, so I
So,
need different match types.
Yeah, because I've gotten mixed up on that before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Match
we did
type
this
will be
one.
the different specialties.
3 power cards. We can't use them 3. Although maybe I should have saved my other one. I don't know if the boss one counts. Can I use another 2? I could fix a match this week.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
actually
knock
gonna do
down
that.
2 of them.
Yeah, Wolfgang's gonna go up, and we'll fix a match later.
Later, Gator.
I just want to take a look at what else we need to do here. Where every match is a different match type. Can't afford that right now. GM interference or just interference. Not gonna deal with that right now. Wouldn't mind signing somebody just to kind of knock that out. Ambulance matches don't have to worry about, and advertising program. Well, too bad our queen is busy. Angelo's gonna run an advertising program. Unfortunately, it's gonna hurt his popularity, but we do what we gotta do here. And I think this is how our first episode is going to play out. I might throw the title on the line.
Saucy.
Nice.
Although Kevin Owens needs his week off, actually. I forgot about that. Maybe I'll just make this a one-on-one. Yeah, we'll do that.
Little mouth
Okay.
versus big heart.
Ooh, I like that storyline. And that means... where is it? Kevin Owens just call out. Maybe we'll do the double down there.
Respectful
Cool.
week 1 double.
And I think I'm going to fix the match. I don't know which. I think, you know what? I'm actually going to fix this tag match, and I'm going to put. I don't like having double champs, although it's bound to happen eventually. I think Raquel and Fallon need the popularity boost. So they're going to go ahead and win the women's tag titles. And that should be 3. Let me go make sure that works so we can know if boss cards work. They do.
Nice.
They do. Nice. Yep, can't do that. Okay. Yeah, that's it for week number 1 on Smackdown. They have good stamina, so I'm actually gonna make this a false count anywhere match. Make sure the curve is nice. We got a good curve.
Little curve.
Beautiful curve.
All right, 2 giants going at it in our main event.
Canada, I love your curves.
There we go, baby.
All right, and let's see what Triple H has to bitch about to me. Better roster management, better financials. Let's get things right. The gloves are coming off, dude.
No one's gonna have any gloves
I
left
know.
by the end of this week.
Uh-oh.
Long
Theodore
road.
Long. Well. What was that stunt you just pulled? You like that? Gotta get dirty if you want to win. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I was gonna say you probably used a card to like end season 1. Ooh, a little continuity into season
Hey,
2.
all right, so yes, continuity. We brought back Zoe Stark as a keeper.
Ooh.
Blair Davenport was redrafted, and Blair Davenport is
I like
still
that.
pissed.
I like that.
A woman that cannot let a grudge go. She wants a
Mm.
rematch in the next 2 weeks. You're on, Blair.
Ooh.
What the hell? Oh, I forgot. I always forget to check for those.
Oh yeah.
So Cheek drafted at least one person that has the basic power card ability, or kept someone that does.
Oh, nice. A little contract negotiation. Add 4 weeks to somebody, which is pretty clutch.
That is
So
pretty
let's
cool.
go through our thingies here. Gotta find them all. Use 50 talent scouts. That should be pretty easy to accomplish. Taskmaster. Complete 15 commissioner goals, which should be pretty easy. Book 10 fatal 4-way matches, which usually isn't too big of a challenge. 15 shows with a title match, same deal. Resolve 5 rivalries during a PLE.
That'll happen. Really, that might be done by the
That
second
should be-
pay-per-view.
Right, so that'll be great. Spend $1 million or more on shows is pretty easy. I like that they have a progress tracker there. That shouldn't be too bad. That might just take a while. Promote 3 superstars to a new rank. That'll probably be tough for me because I don't really do too much promotion. Book 10 shows of GM interference. I don't really do that, but I can if I need to. But I think with all the other things I have, I'm gonna meet my 5 challenges pretty easy. Book 10 shows with a perfect drama curve, which that's all we do here on WCW. So again, yeah, and then make
already
3
two-thirds
superstars
of the way
very
done with
happy.
that.
Heck yeah.
You might get the
So-
third after Blair Davenport gets her match.
Yeah, that's true. So, unless she is the third, but yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, that's kind of what we're working with here. And then Trick Williams gets a promo this week, and then I can get a get schooled card. So I'll do that.
And then just want to call out, Cheek, if you go back
Yes.
to the homepage, just because I don't want you to miss it. Your Roman Reigns promise has
Okay.
carried over, so I'd check if you have any others.
Ooh, interfere in a match on his behalf. Okay. I don't think I do. So I just
Yeah, so
have
the
these
new
2.
one. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, and I do keep my great women's tag team if I want, of Blair and Ripley working well together. So that's kind of that. I only have 119,000, so I can't really do anything too crazy here. I mean, I can. Let's see. I can upgrade to commercial ads. What? So that gives me Iron Man, special guest referee, Hell in a Cell, casket, last man standing, no holds barred. Yeah, I don't really have the money to spend on anything, but I will check the cards. Get schooled. Health Spa 2 is decent, but it's pretty expensive for as poor as I am, so we're gonna go ahead and start booking. I'll give Roman Reigns a match that I can interfere in. I guess we will start. Man. Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get the tag teams going, brother. And it's gonna be with Cruz del Toro and Santos Escobar for the titles. And there's gonna be GM interference.
Oh boy.
And is it this one for GM interference, right?
Yeah. Who you're supporting?
Okay. Okay. All right. So there we go. We'll get that. And then let me go ahead and get the Tricksters. He needs a little promo. He's weak on the mic, but let's do. I don't want to hurt his pop at all. Let's just do training on him.
You have a good week. You get him to level 10 to get him a.
Yeah,
That'd be
I'm
one of your
hoping.
3 like promoted ranks right there, I think.
That would be neat. Okay, so I got that. I'm gonna get this. Davenport wants Zoe Stark, so I'll go ahead and knock out Zoe Stark. Blair Davenport. That'll be for the tittle. The rivalry's on cooldown though, but I want to get her match. All right, and then I want to get the newcomer Channing Stacks. I want to have him go against another newcomer in Gunther, and they can duke it out. They can duke it out for the World Heavyweight Championship. So that'll be there. And then I need one more match to throw together. So let's do Cameron Grimes, because he's having a good time. Good time Grimes against... Let's have him go against Finn. Getting the slop. And then... Let's see. Let's have Cody Rhodes continue to self-promo. And we will grab... Rhea Ripley to self-promo too. I think that's a pretty solid opening show. I'm going to save some money and not do any special match types. And just let my beautiful card speak for itself. So I think we're all good to go.
All right, Triple H. I still hope I can tell him I'm taking my gloves off. Performed well, but I don't want you resting on your laurels.
No gloves for you.
I don't want my gloves on, dude. My hands are too warm.
Damn.
Shit. This could throw me off the whole season.
That's tough.
Yeah, we're gonna have a new winner in season 2 because
This implies your gloves were off season 1 though, because you don't need to take them off now.
Ooh, true. My hands have been free. That's the other way. I'm gonna look at it that way. I like to be more of an optimist. I'm gonna say we're taking nothing for granted because I know you guys are pretty close right now. It's not like I'm running away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You're both right there, so we're not taking anything for granted. But we do expect to be the premier brand again. Let's get it.
Very faith in your abilities.
Holla holla. To be honest, I don't really understand why the fans gravitate more to ECW than Raw. Okay.
You were last, Teddy.
Ooh, I like the phrase "I make my own luck." That sounds kind of cool. That sounds like something you'd say in a Disney movie. I'm saying it. May the best brand win. Yeah, sure as hell will not be you. All right, so we did have somebody.
Whoa.
So we get a scouted card, double the cash cost of talent scout searches next week.
Mm-hmm. Oh, two.
Damn it! Of course I didn't
They're all
get good
trash.
ones though. So
Yeah, they'll try.
we'll still take it though. I guess they're free. Double the
Free?
price of power cards in the shop
3?
next week.
No, 3.
So these are old because Becky was when I gave her like random
Late.
rest.
Yeah.
And Logan Paul was never forget when I accidentally did GM interference for the wrong person. Triple H wants to see a submission match for I Know a Guy 3. Let's take a look at our season challenges. Ooh, this one I might pass on because I want to make a logistic upgrade. I mean, I'm sure I'll have other ones I can do, but 600K in the bank, a little bit of TLC, 10 TLC matches, gain 225 popularity over everybody, use talent scouts, 50 of them, book 5 shows using all match rules. So this is where I would always get confused. So match rules is like single, tag team, triple threat, fatal 4-way. So I have to do all 4 of those 5 times to get this. Whereas Canada's is he has to do like the stipulations, have different stipulations. 10 shows with advertising, use 3 power cards during 1 week 3 times, book 10 steel cage matches, 3 backstage brawls, 400K. Man, that becomes a little more tempting though.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. I think I'm going to try to get the 400K then before I do. I was going to do some big logistics this week, but we're still probably not going to do 600K unless we get lucky with like, none of us had the movie star thing this first season, but you can get like send someone to a movie and get a shit ton of money. Nobody got it season 1. So if I get that, we'll hit the 600K. Otherwise, we are going to hold for 400K and do that. So My thinking was either do the bigger arena, or which one of these had, yeah, the other one was effects, just because I thought casket match would be more fun to unlock than no holds barred. But we're going to hold that for now. Checking our power cards, health spas we won't need at the top. We also talked about this, so at the start of the game, ECW Extreme Rules, you could use it twice. It was why I picked ECW, because I was like, holy shit, that's really overpowered. 2K had the same thought, and gosh, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago now, they updated that. And so we were pretty sure it would carry over into our save, because usually those updates do. This does confirm that. So my Extreme Rules card will be usable one time this year. I also don't know where I got this special promotion, because that didn't pop up at the start. So maybe I had 3 people with power card and only showed 2. Or maybe I got this because I won this season. Those are the only 2 things I can think.
True.
Okay, so taking a look at my jobber list: Sally Steamroller, Tamara Tycross, Trixie Gambit, Sassy Molassie. But I do not have the GM interference challenge, so we might still, once in a while bring in jobbers to boost people up, but I don't need that right now. So we want a submission match this week. So let's just see if anybody has submission as a specialty. They do not. So, what do we want to do to start this season? We are gonna have our world title feud be Logan Paul. Assuming the feud starts, we're gonna go Logan Paul versus Montez Ford. Do a little of that. I've got to make a lot of turns here at the start. So the ladies are going to have a couple singles matches this week because we have those balanced. We're going to go Becky versus Xia Li and Bailey versus Tegan Knox to kind of split the 2 mains off to help lift up the other 2. And then looking here, we're going tag titles. And I gotta know. So it didn't auto select them. We'll see if I like re-unlock their chemistry or how that works.
Right.
Because I genuinely have no idea.
The boys.
And we're gonna have them go against Imperium for the tag titles. So this is where we need to turn a couple people heel. What I'm thinking is turn both Butch and Ridge Holland heel as a tag team, flip both of them, and then they could maybe have a tag feud with 2 of these 3. So let's do, we're gonna do a tag feud of Tony D'Angelo and Brooks Jensen versus Butch and Ridge Holland. Then we're going to turn both of those guys this week. Go like that. Unfortunately, what King of Wild is going to sit out this first week, just because I want to get a world champ crowned, and I don't want to risk him being the champion. So, not yet, at least. And then this is going to be a submission match. We're gonna go submission here. We're gonna flip these 2 and assume that the titles and the popularities have that work right. Logistics we're not gonna touch right now. And yeah, don't need to use any cards here this opening week. Is there anything I want to do specifically to chase anything here right away? No, so the advertising promos, we'll get there, especially to get to this 400K. But I think getting my roster balanced here at the start, since we did draft more faces with the intent of turning some people, this puts me in a spot where I don't think I would have to make any more turns. So just knock them out week 1, maybe take a little hit on the rating because of it. But I think we're in a good spot. So we are going to lock it in and send it through.
Back over to Smackdown. And we started
like
off
it hurt.
The
It hurt.
and our first match here on Smackdown the women who wear pink versus the women who don't wear pink, and we kind of know what's going to happen in this match. I am not selected. Here we go. Simulate.
That's funny. I literally was about to say they look like tag partners because of the color scheme.
I know, exactly. So we start off with new tag champions, give a little popularity boost to those two. With ladies, the bisexual Undertaker calls out. Kevin Owens says, "You take too many weeks off." And as the two remaining superstars on the roster, other than non-champions, obviously Omos was also kept. But Damien Priest is demanding his shot at the world title. In our mid-card here, Dexter Lumis, Robert Roode, Randy Orton, and Wolfgang are now in a fatal four-way. Kind of just going to see where things shake up here, see if any rivalries pop off, kind of see who's rising up in the ranks, at least to the Intercontinental title, as the two giants go at it. So let's see who wins this fatal four-way match. As Robert Roode pulls it out.
The man with the tan.
And double pop on the rivalry.
Double pop on rivalries. Love to see it. As we move over to Angelo Dawkins. Cuts a weak promo, still gets us $9,000, loses 7 popularity. It kind of hurts. As he does a little shit.
Yeah. Angelo says, trade me to EC Dub to be with my partner.
You might have to. You might have to go after that one. In our mid-card, Scripps versus Tyler Brait. Yeah, I'm bringing it back, baby.
God.
Tyler Brait, he's back, baby.
Little mouth
Oh, you're going
Brait.
to piss off the internet.
Yeah, open your mouth and I'll call you bait. But right now, Tyler Brait. Here we go. Scripps versus Brait. Who wins? Scripps. That's what we're talking about, baby. It's a disappointing match, but we do pop a rivalry. Maybe I should have put a stipulation on that one, but that is fine. Kevin Owens says, "I don't take too many weeks off. You take too many weeks off," which doesn't make sense because the bisexual Undertaker, I think, had like one of the most, most amount of matches on SmackDown last year, and Kevin Owens definitely had a few weeks off, getting hit with a few power cards. In our main event, Omos, who won the title back at WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken, won it back from Seth Rollins, is the champion again. Basically held the title, the Intercontinental title, all of season 1 when he got it. He challenges anyone who's big enough to come out and face him. And Braun Strowman's music comes out, and Braun is he big enough? Can it be mountain versus mountain? Who is going to prevail? And Braun Strowman, your new Intercontinental Champion. Amazing match. Doesn't pop a rivalry, but we do have a new champion as the Homo sapiens look at Braun Strowman. And are they Strowmanites or not?
4 stars first week of new season's power.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, and in WCW's card, the women are getting it started. Zoe Stark, Blair Davenport. Blair wanted this rematch, so we gave it to her. Let's see if she disappoints us or not. No, she handles her business. Some might say she stands on it. Great start. And then Rhea Ripley has a good promo, gains 4 popularity, which is lovely to see. And then Cameron Good Times Grimes against Finn Balor. Let's see a couple of newcomers. All right, so Finn comes back to WCW, gets a dub, but don't worry, Cameron Grimes will have his times. Trick Williams gains 5 ring XP. I don't know if that gets him to level 10. We shall see.
I think you might have got it. If you didn't,
Yeah.
you get it next week pretty much.
All right. And then, so Roman wanted a GM interference apparently, so we're going to give it to him here. And that should kick off. So Roman and Andre remain tag team champs, but a new rivalry has been birthed here on WCW with Del Toro and Escobar. Cody Rhodes, baby, my son, is great in the ring, and he's even better on the mic. Gained full popularity. It's just a chip off the old block, baby. And then Channing Stacks Lorenzo says ECW's old champ Gunther goes down tonight for the heavyweight title. And then Gunther just chops the hell out of him.
Oh my.
But it doesn't matter. Because Stacks
baby.
sparks a
go.
rivalry and gets some new bling around his waist.
And then we go over to AI Raw, see what they're cooking up. And on night 1, R-Truth has a new tag partner in Akira Tozawa. taking on Joe Gacy and Drew Gulak. Tag titles on the line.
Karrion Kross running.
Karrion Kross runs in.
Karrion Kross was the #1 overall pick, though.
Yeah, the first guy they selected was Karrion Kross, and they used him for a run-in to help Joe Gacy and Drew Gulak be tag team champions. L.A. Knight, calls out MVP.
No.
And starts a level 1 feud in the process. L.A. Knight staring down. Really, like, I never noticed like how hard he is staring at that picture. Like, he's looking right through me. Holy shit. All right, Asuka. You know, look, no Nikita Lyons for her to fight this year. And she came out of the ring, says nobody's ready for Asuka. Nobody wants to fight Asuka. And Shayna Baszler comes to meet the challenge, and she also is not ready. Asuka, 2 stars, gets victory. MVP cuts promo, trying to get people to rally behind him, and does so with a 5 boost on an excellent promo. Josh Briggs taking on J.D. McDonough here, and McDonough going to get the win in a 2.5-star match. Indy Hartwell on the self-promo going to do an excellent job, get +3 on her promo. And in the main event, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky for the Women's Championship. This is a Season 1 feud by Raw. Cheek ended up trade for Io Sky later, but these two fought for a while. They renewed the rivalry in Season 2 with a Charlotte Flair 4-star victory in the tables match, kicking off the rivalry yet again. Then we head over to the Land of Extreme. As Uncle Rico comes down to the ring, and Uncle Howdy lifts his hat and hands Ricochet a purple ECW shirt. He doesn't say anything. He just looks into Ricochet's eyes, and Ricochet understands the mission. They're back. But then all of a sudden, from a faint distance, we hear Ted DiBiase say, "Now coming to the ring, the name defined by class. It is not Nathan Frazier, but Ludwig Kaiser has returned." And he brings with him Giovanni Vinci, his Imperium running mate. Tag titles on the line, and Uncle Rico.
That's how they do it.
They show what they're capable of. 3.5 stars, no rivalry, but a good match rating, so we'll work to get that popped. Then Tony D'Angelo's walking around backstage, and he's like, "I gotta find a partner because Channing Stacks Lorenzo went over there in WCW and he won their world title on the first night." And then he goes, "Hey, who is you? Who is you?" And then Brooks Jensen points at himself and says, "I'm Brooks Jensen." And he says, "All right, well, you're joining me." And then they go out to the ring and they call out the Brawling Brutes, and the Brawling Brutes don't answer, but we'll see if Tony D'Angelo can form the friendship with Brooks Jensen and start a tag feud.
They look like they use a lot of grease or hair gel. Brooks and Lorenzo, just a couple of vintage Italian.
Oh yeah, you gotta come in there and hit with the whack, you know. And then we get into our women's division action here. So Becky Lynch returning. She got traded around, was on every brand but SmackDown. She might end up on SmackDown this season. We'll have to see. She's looking for a new challenger. Xia Li comes to the ring. Becky Lynch able to get it done in a 2-star match, but Xia Li impresses her enough to start a rivalry. Then Ridge Holland comes out and says, "Okay, I wanted to be a good guy, and now I got this Italian guy and this not Italian guy with the necklace trying to come after me and my friend. I'm not standing for that." And then Bayley takes on Tegan Nox in the battle of similar attires but different hair. And Bayley, very similar. She wasn't on ECW long, but made an impression. She starts with 2 stars, no rivalry there. And then Butch comes to the ring and says, "You know what? I wanted to be a good guy, but I got this Italian guy, and then this other guy pretending to be an Italian with a necklace, calling out me and my Brew and Baltz buddy, Ridge Holland, and I'm so frustrated I can't even talk right. So you know what? I'm done being nice. I'm being bad too." And then they, walk off together with suckers, and then they act like they're gonna give them to children, but then they don't give them to any children. Dastardly heels.
Damn.
Yeah. And then in the main event, Logan Paul. Crowd goes nuts, man. Just Prime getting chugged all over the damn arena. And Logan Paul says, "Look, hey, I'm the only male superstar they brought back. I'm the only one that was worthy of being a keeper. I should be handed the world championship of ECW." But all of a sudden, Montez Ford comes out. And he lifts a cup and he says, you know what I got in this cup right here? Anything but your mediocre hydration. In fact, I'm going to make you tap out tonight. And then Logan Paul makes Montez Ford tap out. He just starts pouring Prime down his gullet and forces Montez Ford to tap before he starts to choke to death. And he gets the 3.5-star win. Good match ratings, but not what we wanted in terms of rivalries. So we got some work to do on ECW. To run it down for Smackdown, 2.5 stars. Fallon Henley and Raquel Rodriguez take the Women's Tag Team Championships over Alexa Bliss and Cora Jade. Double rivalry pop here. So Robert Roode wins the 4-way. He gets into a rivalry with Liv Ass. And then Orton gets into a rivalry with Wolfgang. 2 stars for that contest. 1.5 stars. Scripps over Tyler Bate, starting a new rivalry for those two. Falls Count Anywhere, 4 stars as Braun Strowman comes in and takes the Intercontinental Championship from Omos. Then the KFC Double Down works in a big way here. Priest, Bisexual Undertaker, calls out Kevin Owens, and then Kevin Owens calls it back. They are immediately at a level 2. For WCW, Blair Davenport wanted the rematch. She got it, and she wins it. 3.5 stars over Zoe Stark. Cameron's Good Times Grimes tries to make it happen night 1, but Finn Balor shuts the door on it. But, I mean, Cameron's ready to have a good time on WCW. He's ready. 2 stars, no rivalry. Tag rivalry starts here, though, as Roman and Andre, with the help of Tyler Breeze, take down the LWO. But the LWO are going to look to take down this Goliath of a team in the future. And then Channing Stacks Lorenzo gets it done. 3 stars over Gunther, winning the WCW World Title night 1. For AI Raw, Karrion Kross ran in and helped Joe Gacy and Drew Gulak take down R-Truth and Akira Tozawa in a 2.5-star match. Asuka, 2 stars over Shayna Baszler. JD McDonough defeats Josh Briggs, 2.5 stars. And the main event rivalry starts as Charlotte Flair puts Io Sky through a table, 4 stars, holding the Women's Championship. On the call side of things, LA Knight calls out MVP, kickstarting a feud. And then for my show, opens up 3.5 stars, Uncle Howdy and Ricochet. Uncle Rico reunited, taking down Imperium. Becky Lynch starts the rivalry with a 2-star victory over Xia Li. 2-star victory for Bayley over Tegan Nox. And then 3.5 stars for the submission match. Logan Paul taps out Montez Ford to become the ECW World Champion. And then the tag team call out of Tony D'Angelo and Brooks Jensen calling out the Braun Brutes does not pop a rivalry. For SmackDown, 104 rating score, 39,000 fans, $122,000.
Okay.
Fallon Henley and Raquel Rodriguez are an incredible tag team.
Yeah, they are.
For WCW, 103 rating score, 39,000 fans, $96,000. And the LWO lock up that chemistry for Del Toro and Santos Escobar.
Nice.
Let's go.
For Raw, 103 score. They also used a network special, it looks like, right out of the gates here for Season 2. They get 55,000 fans because of it, $92,000.
Wow.
And then ECW, we get a 100 rating score, 34,000 fans, $46,000, and we confirm chemistry on Imperium.
Nice.
So there is I Know a Guy for SmackDown, baby. First commissioner goal of the new season. Get Schooled 3. Big grab there by WCW. I also have been known to know a guy for ECW. And these are the start of the Season 2 standings after 1 week. So Teddy jumps in front of Cheek Butt just by 6,000 fans. Canada is 28,000 ahead of Teddy. And I am 61,000 ahead of Canada. So let's go into the next week here from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And,
Wow.
Teddy. Veto champ on Cody Rhodes.
Wow. Why you gonna block my thumb, Teddy? That's fighting words, boy. And then Triple H comes in and confirms that Cody Rhodes is out. And then Teddy Long confirms that he is a trifling douchebag. And I told him that that's a low blow. You know it.
Deal with it.
And then Roman Reigns says, good thing you didn't screw me on that promise.
Smiling with teeth.
Smiling with teeth.
And he's got
And
pretty
then-
teeth. He's got veneers.
And Cruz del Toro is pissed that I interfered. Hopefully, I don't have to upset him anymore, and we can avoid any confrontation in the future. So rest your male tag champions this week, which I think I can make that work. There's nothing left in my journal. Everything's completed. So
What do you get for the resting?
we do
Oh,
get
shit.
so
That, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is the best power card you can get.
Yeah.
That's how Canada got Hulk Hogan in season 1. So
Man.
Cheek could get that, sign somebody literally to a 1-week deal, and then you send them away for 2 weeks, and they become permanent after those 2 weeks. So that is massive.
So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
grab.
That's pretty sweet. So in the meantime, Trick Williams had a good promo, so that gets him to level 10 for his XP. So he unlocks perk 2. I'm gonna increase his popularity by 1 with every match, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in.
Nice.
So pretty good. Power cards this week, a little bit of TLC. I don't really want to drop that. Same thing, one randomly booked Falls Count Anywhere match gets a little better rating. Again, I just don't have a ton of money, so I'm not really looking to drop a lot at the moment. Yeah. This could give me the casket match if I want. It's there at my fingertips. I think I'll do it.
Ooh. Bang.
Boom. All right.
And I'm going to say real quick, because we've talked about it on the side, but Cheek is the first to unlock casket matches. So the way a lot of people will do casket matches is you save them for Mania because they get removed from the brand if they lose. We have all agreed that if you do a casket match at Mania, the loser, you would not be allowed to draft them the following season. There is a power card that allows you to protect from losing a superstar. So in that scenario, if you use the power card, it would get you around that. But we will honor the casket match stipulation, even if we do it at the end of the season.
For surezies. So, yeah, I mean, and I kind of highlighted it while Cody was talking. It did say that the loser is removed. It's a $120,000 match, though. So
20,000 fans get locked up for it, but
it's gonna cost you. So you better have some money saved up at the end of the year, because with the stadium upgrade for Mania, and then being able to afford that match and other promos, WrestleMania is going to be a pretty expensive ticket for somebody to write. Okay, so
Not for the $1 million man.
money, 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 money.
all right. So Blair Davenport's our new champ. We need to get some ladies championships for the tag. So I know Rhea Ripley, Blair Davenport work well together, so I'm going to keep that chemistry. And then I don't really want to do Tiffany Stratton. I'm going to do Gigi Dolan because she is a face. And then also Zoe Stark because she is a face. So I know I got some... Well, the rivalry with Blair and Zoe's on cooldown, so I might try to back that off and spark something new with her on an individual level. So there's this. Let's get the belts on, and let's keep rocking on WCW. So we got to rest Andre and Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes is also out for a week. Let's see how... You know what? We're going to keep Santos and Stacks. We're going to keep them chugging. And... Ooh, this is tough. Let's do Finn. Finn, you're going to have to wrestle... Let's wrestle Cruz. Cruz wasn't happy. Let's give him a chance to take out his frustrations. Santos, luckily he's good on the mic. Let's get his popularity going. And Tiffany Stratton. We're going to get her some popularity too. That's all I can do because I have to rest everybody else. So that title is on. This title is on. That's really all I can do. And yeah, that's my show.
Boom. All right. So over to ECW, Xia Li shooting over an email. Lynch cheated me in that match last week. I want a rematch in the next 2 weeks. I'm cool with that. We got the rivalry started. Nice little way to boost some morale right out of the gate. So we will definitely take that. Least popular fighter in a match this week is going to be Xia Li. So we'll just give her that rematch right away. And we will get Injury Rehab 3, which I am happy to have that in case I mess up and get someone hurt. So we're 334K. Again, we're going to get to this 400K. We did the submission match last week to get the commissioner goal. We're not going to do any match stipulations this week. I want to get the 400K, knock out that seasonal challenge, and then start playing around with logistics or potentially adding to the roster if I want to. So this is going to be a cheap show outside of, if I got to spend on any promos here. Some good matches week 1, but as you can see, we only got one rivalry to pop. So we're going to try some different things here. The attempted tag feud, we're going to put that into a tag team match. This should get the Brawling Brutes chemistry unlocked right away. And then we're going to hope that if we team up Tony D'Angelo and Brooks Jensen for a while, we can trigger something there over time. And then we need a TV champion. So we might get... So we've got LWO versus Imperium as the tag title feud. Or excuse me, Uncle Rico versus Imperium. I just saw the LWO shirt when you say LWO. So we're going to do something a little different here. I'm going to go with Keen Wild. I'm going to go Montez Ford. I'm going to put the TV title on the line here. If Montez Ford wins this, we will get Logan Paul, another rival. Pull someone out of a singles feud. But Logan Paul's at 98 popularity, so I'm going to use him as an advertising promo this week and hope that because of his popularity and a Ford promo skill, I'm hoping we can get, if we get an extra promo out of him. If you guys saw season 1, I did an advertising with Shinsuke when he was like 95, and I got a ridiculous amount of money. So I'm going to hope it goes well. He doesn't lose much pop. We get some good cash there. And then I think we're just going to try Bailey and Tegan again. Now, the thing I'm not sure of here is this could be a kind of a rough card in terms of my match quality. Because this was 2 stars, this was 2 stars. This doesn't have a rivalry. And Joaquin Wilde is lower popularity, so this is probably also going to be around 2 stars. I think I'm going to put a tables match here. It's only 5K. It's a specialty of Joaquin Wilde as well. And then we're going to try a double down, but with the tag team call out promo. So it does look like I selected Uncle Rico and Ricochet populated. I don't know if that's because they're tag champs or because it unlocked the chemistry. We only got notified about 1. But I'm going to try it this way. And then I'm going to try it this way. We're going to see if unprecedented territory here. The KFC double down on a tag feud. And I think just for my curiosity, yeah, that gets everybody on the card as well. So that's cool. And then again, what I'll basically do here is, if Montez Ford wins this, if a rivalry pops, we're pursuing that rivalry. If Joaquin Wilde wins it, we'll get him up against one of the heel tag guys, or bring someone in once we have the money. Or if the feud pops here, we'll do kind of the same concept, but getting someone for Logan. So I'm good with that. Logistics will be after we get the 400K and get that bonus. Is there a power card I want to grab in the meantime? I think we're okay. for that. And we take care of this promise. Those are the old ones that are marked failed. I think we are golden.
Are we golden or are we golden? Here we go. Clearly the best superstar at Smackdown. And I imagine the crowd might be getting bored of seeing me win, so you just arrived. What are we talking about? I need a bigger test, one that suits my superior skills. I want to go because of Strowman and Randy this week. And I don't mean a tag match. I want a triple threat or fatal four-way match against them.
I kind of love, just from a lore perspective, he calls out the two guys you chose for protection.
Oh, true.
Kind of like, he's like, oh, you didn't want to protect Robert Roode, I kind of dig that.
Okay, I like that. That is lore now. So, listen, I need to wipe that smug smile off Strowman's face after that loss. I want to find him again in the next 2 weeks. Interestingly enough, he does not reenact his championship clause, but I will give him that rematch that he wants. And now he's showing teeth. Which, from a guy that doesn't smile a lot, him showing some teeth, that's kind of nice. And look who has an upgrade.
Oh,
Mr. Happy
shit.
The
bonus
so do
class.
I want to change him into a bruiser or a fighter? Let me take a quick look here at roles. I think I can change it to roles. Got some fighters, got some bruisers. I think Randy Orton's a face. Got 2 face fighters. I think I'm gonna go. I don't have any heel fighter. I'm gonna go heel fighter. He's gonna be even though bruiser makes more sense for somebody like Omos, he does have tape around his wrists, so that officially makes him a fighter. Right? Would you agree? Tape around the wrist.
Yeah. Okay. And I think he fought in there was an era where they did Raw Underground, and they pretend it was street fighting or something. I wasn't watching WWE at this time, but I remember hearing about it. And maybe Omos competed in that. He looks like someone that would compete in that.
Well, let's get 2 birds stoned at once and do the thing that we're looking for here. Run in. We are gonna get Loomis to piss off, not Omos, to piss off Robert Roode for calling out you. Loomis says, "Well, why can't I call out somebody? Why can't I have a main event match?" So that is exactly what he is going to do. Our main event, or not our main event, our opener is going to be our advertising queen versus Raquel Rodriguez, in hopes a little rivalry pops there. Kevin Owens, 53 stamina. Don't know if he's ready to come back, but guess what? He is, and we're actually going to make this the opener. Rude wanted the main event, right?
Just wanted the triple threat or 4-way.
Oh, cool. Then we're going to go like that. We'll start off with the fatal 4-way. I thought it was main event. That's great news. And I think Scripps and Tyler Brait can have a match here. And I think we're going to make it extreme rules. Or no, actually, we're going to make it an Iron Man match. That makes me want to make this extreme rules. Now it makes me scared. They just had such a low match last week that I wanted to add a little stipulation for it, but I don't want to ruin my sexy curves. I think the level 2 rivalry will be enough to make the main event.
And those guys have crazy popularity in that main event.
Yeah,
too.
so I feel comfortable just leaving the main event as it is, especially with Kevin Owens' 53 stamina. He's going to need a little breaky breaks. Call-outs, we'll get Wolfgang to call out Randy Orton. Says, I'm not fighting this week. I want to fight. We need some advertising. Our queen has the week. So, oh man, our advertising king. I'm just gonna tank his stats into the absolute ground by doing that.
I'll still trade for him.
But if you're so willing to trade for him, I'll just tank him. He's gonna advertise the crap out of SmackDown.
Advertising king.
And he goes sheesh as he does it. So, I think might as well get a self promo going. Cora Jade is going to self-promo the crap out of herself. I think I'll put the title on the line here, just for Omos' sake. He didn't ask for a title match again, but I think it's only fair. No, you know what? He's not going to reenact it this week. He's going to reenact it after this week, see how things fall. Hopefully, the rivalry will pop between the two. If a rivalry pops, I don't think it can with Randy Orton or Robert Roode because both of them currently have rivalries. So hopefully the rivalry pops and Omos can try to take his title back another week because he didn't ask for it. So I'm not going to buy all 3 this week as GM Superstar is way too expensive. Although I do like pre-match physio. And good talent's always good to sewer somebody with. But I think I'm just going to keep it that way. And I'm going to maybe save up for the next stadium. I'm not sure.
Also, I have not paid attention. Candy, do you remember what your assets were at the end of season 1? That was the one thing I never think to look at is.
I think they carried over.
No, I guess they would have to because it's show 2 and you have 4.
Yeah, and I saw Sheik had like 7 assets, I think, before he bought the level 4. Yeah. Although I do want to buy something, I think I just want to save up a bit for now. So this, and we're sure this is not a, this is not an event. Okay. I think this is, one steel cage match this week. Although contract negotiation is pretty tough, a steel cage match is just, that's just asking for too much. Steel cage matches are $54,000. I'm not ending a rivalry, and we don't have a contract to extend right now, anyways. So I'm gonna pass on contract negotiation too, for now, anyways. And this is Smackdown.
Alrighty. So again, the ladies kick it off week 2 as well. This time a tag team title match. Blair and Rhea Ripley renew their great chemistry together against newcomer Gigi Dolan and Zoe Stark. Let's get it started. And probably to not many surprise, no rivalry pop, which sucks, but a great match nonetheless, and new tag team champs are crowned. Santos Escobar gets a little pop, so nothing too crazy there, which is surprising because his promo skill is a 4. And then Trick Williams in his first fight on WCW against Cameron Good Times Grimes. Can he get that first win? Yeah, dude!
Good times.
Hell yeah! And Trick Williams takes exception to that as a rivalry is sparked. Tippy Time, for the first time on WCW, gets a good promo, gets a little pop-up. And then Cruz del Toro was pissed that his match got ran in on last week. He thought him and Escobar would have had a great shot at the tag team titles. So he gets a one-on-one match with Finn Balor this week. Can Finn... Yes, Finn stays undefeated on WCW this year, but a nice little individual rivalry starts. And then we go to our main event. It's a rematch of last week. The title back on the line. Gunther trying to get it pried away from Channing Stacks Lorenzo. No! Unreal. 2-0 against Gunther. I did not know Channing Stacks was that dude. So that's something interesting to see. And that's our show.
All right, we head over to AI Raw, where Joe Gacy and Drew Gulak are going to defend the tag titles they won last week.
Ooh, immediately.
But no run in this time. So can Truth and Tozawa get it done? They can. In a 4-star match. It was a tornado tag. I didn't notice that. So makes sense for the rating. Call out Eddie Hartwell. Says, Asuka, I'm the one that can break you down. I'm the one that can defeat you. But Asuka does not answer the call. JD McDonough, Josh Briggs did not get a rivalry started last week. McDonough beats him again, and this time they get the rivalry 2.5 stars. Shayna Baszler trying to hype herself up, coming off of the loss last week. She gets +1 popularity. And then LA Knight, gonna try to defend that world title, and he does so successfully. 4 stars.
Damn.
Over MVP. Karrion Kross comes out. He's trying to build up his stock. He ran in on the tag title match last week, and he says, look, nobody's safe here on Raw. And he gets +2 popularity in the main event. Charlotte Flair put Io Sky through a table last week. This week it's a standard match, and Charlotte gets the victory. 4 stars. So 3 4-star matches out of Raw. AI Teddy is on fire to start season 2. Then we head over to ECW. So Xia Li lost to Becky Lynch last week. She asked for a rematch this week. We're giving her that match right here. And Becky Lynch takes her down again. Wow, okay, so now we got the rivalry, though. Did a lot better there. 3.5 stars. They were 2 stars last week, so very happy to see the improvement of that match. And then we're trying the KFC double down on a tag feud. And Uncle Rico comes to the ring, calling out Imperium. And Rico just looks at Uncle Howdy. He just stares at him. And Uncle Howdy twirls his mustache, and Ricochet grabs his mic and says, Uncle Howdy says that last week, while you weren't good enough to beat us, you did earn a fraction of our respect. So we look forward to our next battle. Then Ridge Holland and Butch, the Brawling Brutes, they're bad. They're naughty boys. They come to the ring just fuming about this Italian and this necklace non-Italian, and they beat their ass in a 2-star match. And we get the tag rivalry kicked off there. Here we go. How's it do? We take that. So Logan Paul wasn't excellent, but we'll take a good promo there. Logan Paul, 98 popularity, so we get $21,500 on this advertising promo, losing 3 popularity in the process. But as we try to get to that 400K goal, that is a big time grab. Bayley, Tegan Nox did not get a rivalry started last week. We're going to give him another shot this week. Bayley gets her 2nd straight win. 2 stars again, but they kickstart their feud. And then Imperium comes to the ring, and Ludwig Kaiser, he twirls his hand around looking at Giovanni Vinci, and then Giovanni Vinci grabs the mic and says, Ludwig Kaiser says, we accept your challenge. We look forward to the next battle as well. This time, the result's going to be different. In the main event, Montez Ford storming into the office, just screaming at Ted DiBiase that it wasn't fair that he had to come in, fight in a submission match. Logan Paul literally tried to murder him last week. He shouldn't have to fight in such a contest. He should be able to fight in just a very standard match without stipulations, without gimmicks, because these ECW fans, they're bloodthirsty. They don't deserve to see him put himself through that pain. And then Ted DiBiase looks Montez Ford in the eyes and says, look, you're getting a shot at the TV title tonight against Joaquin Wilde. Montez Ford laughs. But then Joaquin Wilde, when he comes to the ring, he's got a table. It's a tables match. Montez Ford furious, and he loses again. Joaquin Wilde puts him through the table.
Damn.
And Montez Ford, he just wants to have normal wrestling matches, but he keeps getting put in the stipulation matches, and it's cost him out 2 championships. We also get a rivalry here. So Logan Paul, who his first world title feud will be, you have to find out in the next episode.
And on Smackdown, we open it up with Omos versus Braun Strowman, who took the Intercontinental title from Omos last week. Omos just wanted a rematch, doesn't want his rematch clause yet for the title, just wants to beat Braun Strowman's ass. But Robert Roode came in and said, you didn't protect me in the draft, you protected Braun Strowman, you protected Randy Orton. I want to kick both of their asses tonight in a triple threat or fatal 4-way. And I said, well, great, because Omos needs a match too, and I like to get 2 birds stoned at once, so it's exactly what we're going to do. And Dexter Lumis runs in, and he's going to go after Randy Orton. No, Robert Roode, that's who went after. And a great match, 3.5 stars. As
I just
Lumis
picture
and
Loomis running around the ring screaming Loomis, like trying to figure out who to hit.
What? Orton? No, points at Orton and says, no, not you. And goes after Robert Roode. Wolfgang calls out Randy Orton and says, I'm not in that match. There's no fatal 5-ways, so I can't be in the match. And cries, and the fans love it. It was weak, but the fans loved it, and the rivalry grows. Our advertising queen goes up against Raquel Rodriguez in just a one-on-one match, hoping to spark a rivalry. There's one half of tag titles versus the women's champion, and a rivalry does not spark, but our queen still smiles. And our advertising king, Angelo Dawkins, loses another 4 for only 7,000. He's trying to sell all of those jackets. Unfortunately, they're very, very, very expensive, and our crowd, it's a recession, folks. Like our crowd is not going to be able to afford that, and we only sell 7,000 jackets. So Angelo Dawkins, he's probably at like 40 popularity. He might have to get shipped over to ECW. Just saying. Scripps versus Tyler Brait, baby. Yeah, that's right. We call him Brait around here. That's his SmackDown name. If you go somewhere else, you can have a different name. But on SmackDown, it's Tyler Brait. Who's he going to go up against? Going up against Scripps. And his tiny mouth wins a match, and it goes up to level 2. Good match, 3 stars. We'll take it. Cora Jade comes out and says, "I wear pink just like a champion," and nobody cares. No, they say we don't care what color you wear. You can wear red.
We do not care.
We do not care. And in our main event, Kevin Owens, Damien Priest, the double down work last week. They called each other out. Kevin Owens says, "I don't put my title on the line unless it's a 10-second match at a pay-per-view." Damien Priest says, "That's fair. I still want to fight you." And no stipulations this time. Kevin Owens, Damien Priest. Does Damien Priest? No. Kevin Owens wins in 10 seconds. And in a great match. Maybe if I would have threw the title on the line, would have been a bit higher. But I didn't want Damien Priest to walk away this week as champion. So we'll take 3.5 stars.
All right. For the rundowns, ECW. 3.5 stars. Becky Lynch defeats Xylee for the second straight week. Rivalry goes up to level 2. The Brawl Brutes take on a team that I have not figured out the name for yet. Tony D'Angelo and Brooks Jensen. 2 stars in the match. Kickstarting a tag team rivalry. Bailey starting rivalry with Tegan Knox. 2 stars in that victory. And then Joaquin Wilde puts Montez Ford through a table. Montez Ford has now failed twice to get gold around his waist. Joaquin Wilde, your new television champion. And because of the plus 20 that ECW gets, since we don't have women's titles, he launches up to 63 with a base 43. So he becomes very popular for us very quickly. On the cost side, we did the double down on the tag teams. So Uncle Rico and Imperium have the rivalry start and then go right to level 2. Smackdown, 3.5 stars in the opener. Omos gets the Intercontinental title back from Braun Strowman. Dexter Lumis runs in, causes chaos, attacking Robert Roode after running around in confusion for a little bit. But Omos gets the IC title back around his waist. Alexa Bliss, 3 stars over Raquel Rodriguez, handling the business. 3 stars for Tyler Bate, taking down Scripps. That rivalry up to level 2. And Kevin Owens in the main event, 3.5 stars over Damien Priest. On the call side, things Wolfgang calls out Randy Orton. Rivalry to level 2. WCW women's tag titles go to Rhea Ripley and Blair Davenport. They build off their previous chemistry to take down Zoe Stark and Gigi Dolan in a 3.5 star match. Cameron Grimes gets his first win. He's having good times. You can tell it. 1.5 stars. Starting rival with Trick Williams, who, Trick's a nice guy, but maybe losing to Cameron, I don't know. Cameron just, he stumped him, and Trick didn't like it. 2 stars for Finn Balor, taking down Cruz del Toro. But Cruz del Toro does start a singles feud with Finn Balor in the main event. Like Cheek said, it looks like Channing Stacks might be that guy. 4 stars defending against Gunther. Then on AI Raw, Tornado Tag kicks off. This is a big show for Teddy. He used the power card last week for X fans. This week he just brought the fire. R-Truth and Akira Tozawa pull the tag titles away from Drew Gulak and Joe Gacy. 4 stars. 2.5, JD McDonough starting a rivalry with Josh Briggs in the victory. LA Knight, 4 stars, takes down MVP, hanging on to his world title. And then Charlotte Flair goes level 2 with Io Sky, 4 stars, keeping her women's championship. Call side, Indy Hartwell tries to call it Asuka to no avail. WCW 101 rating score, 37,000 fans, $104,000. And Zoe Stark and Gigi Dolan have tag chemistry. So Cheek's got a couple tag teams locked into the women's division already. So good to see over there. Over on AI Raw, 112 score, 48,000 fans.
Dang.
$60,000 for Teddy. ECW, Butcher Ridge Holland get their tag chemistry, 100 rating score, 33,000 fans, $120,000. And I can see my total budget, so I will get that goal next week.
Logan Paul trying to sell us stuff tonight, but at least it was fairly entertaining.
Stone Cold Sensation LTD, man, just was like, you know what? Fine, I'll buy a little bit. And then SmackDown, 107 rating score, 42,000 fans for Smack Diddly Down, $90,000. So there it is, homecoming for Cheek. Again, that means he can sign a superstar to a 1-week contract, and then he would need to remember to use the card right away. But season 1, Canada got one of these. It allowed him to get Hulk Hogan for the whole season at a cheap price. Cheek can make a similar move when the time is right. Injury Rehab 3 for me for when I eventually throw someone off of a tall building and get them hurt. It's probably going to be Montez Ford because I'm going to overcommit to that story now. And we get the To The Moon card, which is for getting over 400K. So we knock out that challenge. We get a To The Moon card, which is also a great power card to have on our side. And then Canada did not do the steel cage due to the cost of it. So standings after the second week of booking, I am at the top by 43K over Smackdown. So a good cut by Smackdown last week off a big show. Smackdown is 22. Dude, sometimes like throwing the math up, my brain just shuts off. 22,000 ahead of Raw, and then AI Raw is 17,000 ahead of Cheek and WCW. So we go to Brooklyn 2 weeks away from Backlash. Will knock out my lone email here. Xia Li appreciates her rematch with Becky. Didn't go the way she wanted, but she appreciates the opportunity. And that is where we leave it. Season 2 is underway. Since I had my email pop up there and I'll be starting next episode, I'll give my roundup thoughts first. I feel good. We're already starting to see one of the things we didn't really talk about during the draft is the quality of the shows and the fan movement for the shows is going to continue to get bigger as we upgrade those logistics as well. So we're seeing good shows be a lot more impactful. So, there's going to be some added strategy on kind of when to have a quote-unquote bad show to save your stamina, when to pull the triggers and go all out. Definitely going to be, a lot more moving and shaking in the standings I expect here in Season 2. We had quite a bit of the moving and shaking in Season 1. After a bad first week, we got a bunch of rivalries rolling in Week 2 after not getting them Week 1. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. The biggest thing for me in the next episode is going to be figuring out who I want Logan Paul's first challenger to be in a rivalry sense. And they will probably get 2 pay-per-views because that rivalry isn't going to be able to get very far before the first one. But everything else seems to be looking good for me right now. I'm excited getting some tag teams formed. I love my tag teams. The ladies are stepping up. They've got their rivalries. And I feel pretty solid. Cheek, I'm going to go to you next. Speaking of tag teams, you just unlocked chemistry on 2 female teams these last couple weeks. How do you feel the season started for you, and what are you excited to see happen?
Yeah, I agree with the tag team comment. It was a struggle for me last year to keep some women tag teams going, so I'm obviously going to have to add to my female roster to kind of help facilitate some of that, but I'm excited there. Excited I got the homecoming card, so now I can sign somebody and lock them up for good, which is going to be great. And then also I spent a fat wad of cash to unlock that casket match, so rarely will it be used, but it is good to at least have the option to use it. So I'm glad I unlocked that ability, and things are going pretty good so far on WCW.
And then Canada, you had, you're sitting good financially right now. You shared, earlier in the episode, you tend to use a little bit of a different strategy with the cheat code card, which I think makes complete sense. You, out of the 3 of us, had the best card last week. Assume you're feeling good. Anything specific you're super excited about off our first booking in Season 2?
Yeah, super excited on how I'm going to unfold this cheat code card. I'm not exactly sure how I want to utilize it yet. There's 2 different paths, and I'm not going to divulge the second path. We obviously know the first path is wait until one of you guys signs someone that I think I can scoop up real quick. Maybe Dusty Rhodes actually comes into play.
Whoa, boy.
No, but I'm just excited to see. I'm kind of middle ground, but I think I have the most money so far, and I'm just excited for our first pay-per-view because I think a lot of things are gonna unfold. I don't know if you planned on using your ECW card, but I feel like Teddy will use just a minute playa. So the first pay-per-view is going to take quite a hit anyways. So it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, I agree with that. Teddy used it first pay-per-view last time. It seems that the AI in this game, a lot of times when they get a card like that or have a special brand card, special GM card, they tend to pull the trigger on it at the first opportunity. Like that Veto Champ, he probably got right after the draft, and he uses it on Cheek. I assume because Cody Rhodes was maybe the most popular at the time he was using it. So I would agree with that. That it's going to be a challenge for the first pay-per-view, but I'm with you guys. I'm excited. There's, we've got some returning faces. We've got a lot of new faces. We're already seeing the new stories start to develop. We're going to have, some legends of the channel having a strong season 2 after strong season 1, but we're going to fall in love with some new superstars too. So if you're watching, if you're at this point in the video, leave a comment. What returning star are you most excited about seeing their path in season 2? And what new star that none of us used in season 1 are you most excited to see go on the hunt for supremacy in season 2? We're super excited. Hopefully you guys are too. As always, a like on the video does a ton. If you haven't subscribed to the channel at this point, you got to fix it. And we got the playlist in the description if you want to relive any of the chaos of season 1. And, off that first pay-per-view, we got our first ever Queen of the Ring as well. So our women's division is going to be showcased very quickly in season 2 as well. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. I know we are. But until the next one, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Toodles.